Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, come back with me Deviana Azzahroh. On this occasion, I will discuss about Virtual Access Point or VAP. Virtual Access Point or VIP on a Mikrotik router is a virtual interface that can be used to create multiple access points for one physical wireless interface. So, with only one physical wireless interface, we can create many access points with different SSID, IP address, and MAC address for each IP. Virtual access point on Mikrotik router can also use DHCP Server on each VIP. In addition, we can also set up a firewall on this VIP interface. These features are the same as a virtual LAN or VLAN on a wired network. So this topology. We make two SSID digital people with service DHCP, with password digital people, with mode IP bridge, and network 80.80.80.0/24. Before configure a virtual access point, we configure internet access first. And two SSID digital people 2, service hotspot, password blank or not password, with mode IP bridge and network name 0.10.10.0/24. Again, we see the topology. Here I will create two SSID that use different network or service. My first SSID is a DHCP service, while the second SSID use a hotspot service. And here are the steps. Open Winbox, login with the identity R1 Deviana. The first step you do is check the interface that will be used with the command interface print. Here we can see I use VLAN 1 to connect the internet and Ether 1 to remote Mikrotik using a laptop. Next, do an IP request using the DHCP client. Enter the command IP DHCP client at interface VLAN 1 disable no. I use VLAN 1 because VLAN 1 is the interface that connects to the internet. After that, we check it using the command IP DHCP client print. We can see that I'm using the VLAN 1 interface. That is status is found with the IP address 192.168.1.25/24. And we need to make sure the router is connected to the internet by doing a Google ping test. Enter the command ping google.com. We can see here if the reply result is mean that router is connected or connected to the internet. After that, we configure the security profile for the VLAN 1 IP, which will be configured. Enter the command interface wireless security profiles at name digital. Name is free with mode dynamic case, authentication type WPA PSK and WPA to PSK. Next, WPA pre-K is digital people. It's same with WPA to pre-K. next unique case shippers is AS, CCM, and group shippers CCM. And next, enter. After that, we check with command interface, wireless, security profiles, print. We can see here I'm using the digital people with a K. Next, we create the SSID using a virtual interface. Enter the command interface wireless, add name master interface. The master interface uses a physical wireless interface, namely VLAN 1, with mode AP bridge and SSID digital people. And don't forget to disable it now. Okay, click next. When create a new SSID using a virtual interface, we cannot determine the band frequency to be used. Okay. Next, we check with the command interface wireless print. We can see to number 1 to name VLAN 1 with the SSID digital people and mode AP bridge. Then we check again the SSID that we create using virtual wireless. Here we can see that we have successfully added the SSID, namely digital people. Back to Winbox. Here we create a new SSID using a virtual interface. Enter the command interface wireless, add name VLAN 3, master interface is VLAN 1. Next mode, we make AP bridge with the SSID VAP digital. Digital people. Next, don't forget to disable now. Okay, next, enter. If we have checked it with the command interface wireless print, we can see to number 2 name VLAN 3 with the mode AP bridge and SSID VPA digital people. Then we check again the SSID that we create using virtual wireless. We can see when we successfully add a new SSID, it will not remove the old SSID. Next, we configure the IP address for each wireless interface. Enter the command IP address at address hc.hc.hc.1/24 with the interface VLAN 2. Next, IP address at address 90.90.90.1/24 with the interface VLAN 3. Next, after that, check with the command IP address print. And we can see that we have successfully added the IP address. Next, make a DHCP service that will be used for the SSID on VLAN 2. Enter the command IP DHCP Server setup. Enter. DHCP server interface is VLAN 2. Enter. There we just default, and the server is to network. After that, check using the command IP DHCP server print. We can see that we have successfully configured. Then we make a hotspot service to be used for SSID on VLAN 3. Enter the command IP hotspot setup. Enter. Hotspot interface is VLAN 3. Enter. And default masquerade network is yes. Address pool is default. Select configured is none. We change is none. Next, default. Then as server is then as Google 8.8.8.8. Enter. Then as name is I make to digitalpeople.com. Enter. Name of local hotspot user is admin, not passport. Next, we check with the command IP hotspot print. And we can see that the configure has been successful. If we have checked a DHCP server table with the command IP DHCP server print, we can see when we add a hotspot, automatic setup on the hotspot feature, we add the IP DHCP server release time of 1 day. Next, configure the IP firewall NAT so that the private IP given to the client can be translated into public IP, and the client can access the internet. With the command IP firewall NAT add chain srcNAT without interface VLAN 1. Out interface used here is an interface that is connected to the internet network. Next, action masquerade. Click enter and check it using the command IP firewall NAT print. And we can see that to the flag 70 can change HCR NAT, action masquerade, and out interface VLAN 1. Next, to the testing on the configure. We did the test by connecting the laptop with the SSID Digital People. We connect to the Digital People. Okay. After that, we check the IP address the network client Click Properties, scroll, and we can see that to the SSID digital people with the IP address xc.xc.255. Okay. Next, we check on the DHCP server list table whether the IP obtained matches the IP given by the DHCP service by using the command IP DHCP server list print. Enter. We can see that we are connected to the name desktop with the default or dynamic. Do a test internet connect on the client using ping Google on CMD. Enter the command ping google.com. We can see that the result is a reply, which means that the client has got the internet from the SSID digital people. Next, we connect the laptop with the SSID VPA digital people. Click connect in with. When connect, we will directly enter the proxy hotspot login page, and we are required to log in the user that we have created to connect to the internet. We doing hotspot set up by default on user login and with the admin name or without a password. And we can see that we can log in with the name admin. If you have successfully logged in the next page, we can see the IP address that we get. We check login status. Click enter. And we can see that the IP address is 90.90.90.255. Okay? Perform a test by ping Google to make sure that the laptop is connected to the internet. And we can see laptop is connected to the internet using the SSID VPA digital people. And next, back to Winbox. And the last stage, we check the IP DHCP list print to check the IP address given by DHCP to client who logged is using hotspot. Enter the command IP DHCP server list print. We can see here are one client connected to the hotspot network with the hostname desktop. And that's all. Thank you. Hope it's useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.